Thanks for watching. Go ahead and click the subscribe button and the bell icon so you get notified of each new video as it comes out. Alright guys, so we're up here in the barn. We're going to do just a little bit of testing on the D2 version of the Holtzman Gorilla Survival Knife. And as you guys saw earlier, it's a pretty cool knife. It's laid out pretty well. It feels real good in the hand. And so we're just going to cut some stuff, you know. So we'll start out with some paper here. This is straight out of the box. I haven't sharpened it or anything like that. So pretty sharp out of the box. Yeah, there we go. So, you know, it comes with a good edge right there, straight away. All right, let's see what's next. We'll kind of just work our way up in difficulty, I guess. So these are just some cloth straps, some cloth tie straps. You know, just like I said, we'll get more and more difficult as we go, I guess. A few here. So it's cutting those good and clean. What's next? Okay, here's some, do some 550 cord. No problems. Do a couple strands, cuts right through it. I mean, this is just the size and shape of this, and the comfort in the hand is really just that perfect middle-sized knife. You guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, I kind of recommend carrying 3 different size knives as far as like survival and stuff goes. And this fits neatly right in the middle, you know, of that kind of the one knife that does most, you know. It's not small enough to do like little tiny, you know, delicate carving and stuff, and it's not big enough to do like, you know, batoning with, you know, huge pieces of 4 or 5 inch wood, but it'll do like 80 or 90% of the stuff that you need. It's really a good size. So, all right, we did that. Oh, here's an old piece of 2-strand twist 550 cord from when I was in the survival school. I made it way back then. It's old. It's been around for 20 years probably. Let's see. Yep, cuts right through that too. Alrighty, let's move along here. See if we can figure out what I'm going to do. Alright, this is just a cedar plank. So, boom. Yikes. Put some safety glasses on. Gets a little closer to your fingers. Might want to slow down a little bit. Alright, so it made pretty good, easy work of that. Go for some little finer stuff. Oh yeah, doing good there too. Okay. I'm going to save some of this stuff here, and we'll try the ferrule rod on that stuff a little bit later. Maybe I'll cut up a little bit more. Oh yeah. Nice fine hair-like. And you know, I could tell right when I picked it up, but this is confirming everything that I thought, and that is that it's just the palm swell and everything, the design of the handle is really nice. I mean, you're not getting any hard spots or hot spots, where it's kind of putting a lot of pressure or anything like that. So that's kind of cool, man. That's kind of cool. All right, let's do a little twist splitting. See if you guys can see this. You took the tip in there and kind of split it down. Again, this is cedar, so it's pretty easy. But mostly I'm just wanting to make sure that the tip design's not too delicate, or anything like that. Okay. Let's try something a little bigger. Boom. See all those? Tip still looks fine. Didn't have any issues with it. Okay. Let's see here. Keep my pile together. Next piece, I guess let's go ahead and look at something a little bit bigger. We'll take this. This is a big chunk of like fur. 2x3. We'll just see how it does that. Still a softwood, but a lot harder than that cedar. And it seems to be chunking that stuff off. No problems. Now, I wish I had trees on my property, but Cheyenne, trees don't really grow well in Cheyenne. I try to find you a big piece of knotty wood, but I don't have any out here. But I can tell you it's doing great. For stuff that's a couple inches in diameter, this is going to work just fine. Let's see. I don't remember what I was going to... Oh, I think I was going to drill through this one or whatever. This is, again, just another piece of old cedar. And I was thinking I was just going to try to kind of drill down through it. It's pretty soft, this piece of wood is, but it's like a 1/2 inch thick. It might be reminiscent of if you were doing a bushcraft project trying to get like a bow and drill fire started or something, See, yeah, we got through it. You see that? So, not too bad. What else do we got here? Oh, I forgot some rope. All right, well now we've been doing this for a little bit. Let's crank it up a little. This is some kind of cheap Harbor Freight rope. It's got kind of like a foam core center or something. It's not like an actual climbing rope, so it's a little easier to cut climbing rope. I got some of that over there, but it is braided. So let's just boom. Boom, cuts through that, good. All right, this is a piece of actual climbing rope. And snap, look at that. Cut right through that. Actually, almost feels like it's cutting through it easier than it did the other. That's pretty sweet. Okay, what else we got? Oh, here's some more. Sure, I don't know if I can get through this or not. This is stainless steel antenna cable, coaxial cable. It got all messed up. We'll see if I can cut through this. I don't know if it will or not. Boom, cut right through it. Okay, I wonder if it's still sharp. All right, here's the test, D2. Looking pretty good. not too bad. What else do I got here that I can chop up for you? Oh, here we go. We'll do a real good test on the tip here. It's an old license plate. We'll just go, you know, kind of down through it. Well, I'll just do it with my hand. Okay. Went through there just fine. So you had to punch holes in a tin can or something to, you know, the lid or something like that. Looks like it's going to be plenty strong for you. So that's cool. As you can see, it just punched holes right through that. Okay, so I guess let's go ahead and see if the ferro rod works. Comes with a little scraper, as you guys saw probably earlier, and a little ferro rod. So not sure if you guys know this or not, but when you get a ferro rod, what you're supposed to do is I probably should move that can of gasoline. Is you're supposed to scrape off the coating that comes in it before you try to spark it. And the reason you want to do that is it'll light easier. They're required by the Postal Service. I guess that's who requires it. But before it can go through the mail, it has to have this thick black coating put on it. So I'm just going to scrape that off real quick. The scraper actually has a pretty nice sharp edge on all four sides, so that's cool. I'm not trying to spark it right now, I'm just cleaning this off a little bit. Okay, so I think that's probably going to be good enough. I'm just going to break some of this up and make kind of a little pile out of it. It is a little more coarse than what you would probably ideally want in a survival situation, but if I can get this going in here, then it'll definitely work on something that is, you know, more fine and all that kind of stuff. So this will be a good test for this. All right. So this is it's what they call, or what I call anyway, like the slow burn magnesium. There, got it. And what it does is it puts off bigger chunks, and then they kind of, as you can see, it's getting ready to go here, and they kind of flame up a little slower. There's different composite materials on these ferro rods, and so you can see it'll throw good sparks. You can, you know, just throw them out like that. But if you get down and get kind of close, get it rested like I was showing you earlier, those get you some really hot little balls that kind of work good for starting the fire. So it's, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see it there? It's burning. No. Yeah, my camera was a little out of frame. So that's got that going there too. So let me try the back of the knife. Let me try the front of the knife. The back of the knife's not. That's going. There it goes. The edge of the back of the knife isn't as sharp as the scraper, but it's still sharp enough to do it. See how I get these little balls and they go down there and then they start kind of burning. I think this is similar to the Swedish ferro rods. Okay, I'll go get a little shot with the blade here. I know a lot of people don't like to see that, but in an emergency situation, I've done a video on that. It's the right way to go. Now, obviously, if you have a scraper, then you go ahead and use a scraper. Works fine. Pretty cool. Okay. And that's a good, I don't know, 5/16 in diameter, so it's going to last a good long while. Fits nice and snugly in the ferro rod loop on the. Okay, so that has just been our real quick little test of this beautiful little D2 tool steel knife, and I like it. I like it a lot, as a matter of fact. I'm gonna say it's probably up there in, I don't know, the top 2 or 3 knives that I have as far as comfort goes. I mean, I like the D2 steel. I like the design of the blade and everything like that. But I really like the handle. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. But the G2 or G10 scales on it are just, look at the profile on it. Let's see if you can kind of see how it kind of curves out. Got that little palm swell in there, and then also these little thumb grooves right up here. It really just makes it nice and comfy in the hand, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think he's done a really nice job on putting this thing together. And I will tell you that you know, prior to this, you know, the knife that I like to use as my middle knife, probably the most, was the Mora Bushcraft Black. And I think putting this up against that, there's no contest at all. Like, this is way better. Very comfortable, way more durable, way stronger. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's going to be a knife that I'm going to carry and use in the field for sure. So, all right, with that, I guess we'll go back inside and wrap this up. All right, I looked through the pile and I found a little piece of walnut and a big piece of oak. So I want to go ahead and do some hardwoods with it too. And this is good hardened kiln dried stuff. So let's just see if we can chip off a piece here. There we go. Obviously you don't have the same grain quality and straightness in oak as you do cedar. This down a little bit more. Plenty strong enough to beat through this kind of stuff. I don't think you'd want to try to do it through, you know, 4 or 5 inch logs, but you know, for campfire size stuff and for, you know, lighting a grill or lighting a barbecue pit or, you know, whatever, that's going to work out great. So here's some walnut. It's a thinner piece. The grain's not helping me out here on this one. There we go. Come on. Oh. Wonder if it'll do any shavings on this. There we go. Making some good hardwood feather sticks. And this is after, you know, all that other abuse that I put it through. So that's good. That's good. It's holding a good edge. Very cool. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the sheath real quick. Just a, you know, it's your basic Kydex sheath with I think you call those Chicago screws or something along those lines. It's pretty cool because it's got a little holder for the scraper and a holder for the ferro rod, and they both fit in there quite snugly. They're definitely not going to come out. He does provide a little paracord if you want to put a lanyard on there. I think the best thing to do is to put a little bit of elastic on these ends, a little elastic loop, and then you can just loop it down over the end and it'll secure it. This one just slides in and out, but it's got a good positive lock on there as well. And same thing with the knife. It clicks in, you know, and holds it pretty good. Now he sends it with another loop that goes around here that snaps on as an additional retention device. I don't personally think that's needed. You know, it's in there good. It's not going to go anywhere really. You know, I mean, you gotta pull it out. It's got a good positive lock. So it's got like the, I want to say, I don't know if it's a brand name or not, but like a tech lock kind of thing that'll slide over. You just push that up and it'll come out. You've also got, comes with a couple of adjustments so you can adjust to the size belt that you have. And it's comfortable on the belt. You know, it's got a nice high ride. As you can see, you know, the belt basically is going to be right here. So that handle is going to be sticking, you know, right up above your belt. And it's been comfortable just wearing it around here. You know, I liked it. So anyhow, pretty cool. Pretty cool in the sheath. Pretty cool in the knife. I think it's a good value. Right now, I think he's retailing these for about $149, and if you use the discount code Reality Survival, that will save you 15% off. So, you know, check them out if you guys are looking for a good knife. This is kind of, in my view, this is the kind of the middle knife in, you know, like a 3-knife system, and it'll do, you know, like 80 to 90% of stuff you need it to do. You know, it's not going to be real long for batoning down through big chunks of firewood out in a wilderness survival situation, but as you can see, it handles 2-3 inch stuff no problem. And it's got plenty of blade strength for that, and the D2 just really holds a great edge. I mean, it really does. I got no issues with this thing at all, man. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, I'll have links down in the description below if you guys want to pick one of these up. And I've also got another knife that he's got that is similar to this, but it's a 1095 high carbon steel version. So we'll be looking at that one as well. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, we will see you on another video here shortly. Don't forget to live 6 P's. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. And if you got this knife, there ain't gonna be no poor performance. I keep finding stuff that I want to add to the test as I walk around and stuff. So here's some cardboard. And again, this is at the end of the test. So still holding a pretty good edge. Get caught up a little bit here and there, but not too bad. D2, it's great steel for a knife, I think. Found something else. Go through a water bottle too. Just kind of curious as if to, it's all crinkled up and everything. You know you can make cordage out of water bottles? I'm going to show you guys a video on that one these days. I've been meaning to do that forever. Pretty cool. It'll handle anything. Found some more. So this is some corrugated plastic and paper kind of mixed, and it's a little different than cardboard, but I figured we'd just cut through some of this too. That's easy. Let's go the opposite way against the grain and see how it does. I have no idea. Boom. Man, I love this knife. That's nice. Found some more stuff. Sorry, I just keep coming back. Yeah, so this is some old hardened plastic tubing that was in an old siphon thing that just got hard over the years. I think I used it once and left gasoline sitting in it. Now it's all hard and nasty. So let's try to cut some of this stuff. See how it does. So, oh yeah, oh yeah. Go through a couple layers of that. Let's see. Yep. Gotta hold it tight, goofball. There we go. Let's see if I can go through 3 of them. It did it. All right. I'm not coming back this time.